So here we got some data from our university, and we got it like this, that the next semester's courses are given, their course codes are given, their various components, that it's a lecture, practical or whatever. Then the major is given, then the room, then the day, start time, end time, seats, faculty members, is it open as UWE, and then what are the total like lecture, tutorial, practical hours, and then we have the, if it's like a major or it's a major elective, or what else, like if it's a what else types are there. Okay, so what we do is first we import pandas and we import numpy. Okay, nextly we read the Excel. We like I downloaded the Excel file and then imported it as courses.xls. Okay, now I read the Excel file and I have this. I create the data frame df and I display its head to starting values, so it's there. So you can see as this, like here some courses are open as UWE, some are not open. I want to see all those courses which are open as UWE. Okay, so what do I do? From this data frame, I take up the column open as UWE. And for this, when I take up this column, okay, let me do this. Actually, I will, from the data frame, I take up the column open as UWE. Okay, and what it will give me? It will give me a series. Okay, it will give me a series. Remember, whenever like this is in Google Colab, whenever displays like this, like a plain display without tables, then it's a series. If a table is there, then it's a data frame. So we get a series, and in this series, so series is like a 1D array. Okay, these are all the indexes, and the name of the series is open as UWE, and these are the values of the series. Okay, so all those series. Okay, so what I did was, like, I have this series, and for all these values, whenever it's a yes, so this will give me another series which will have the boolean values. Okay, or I can actually do this, like I can have this series which is basically I have this open as UWE series, and wherever the value is yes, it will check, it will return true or false. Okay, so actually let's do this. Like I have just this. Okay, so this will give me a boolean series. Okay, this will give me a boolean series. So in this, when this boolean series is put it in the data frame, in any data frame, we have this means like we are basically we are getting the values, like we need to return this or return this. So what like here, look, so the second like the basically the course at index 1 is not open as UWE. So here you can see, or basically you can see this true, then false, false, and then true. So after 0 it's directly 3, so after 0 it's directly 3. Okay, so like this we get another data frame, and I took the starting two values to represent it. Another is like this. So we display this, like we have this data frame, and if we just want to look at open as UWE column, okay, we can look at it. So there are two ways. We can actually have a double square brackets and in this put open as UW, or simply put open as UW. When we just put open as UW, it will give us a series, and when we have double square brackets, it will give me a data frame. Okay, so I have this like series, and in this series I do the value counts. Okay, so you can look at this, like this is already, like this will give me a boolean series. Okay, and I have this this thing will give me a boolean series. Okay, now sorry, this thing will give me a boolean series, and yeah, and now when this is passed in the data frame, so we will get the selected data frame. Now in this selected data frame, I took up the open as UWE column and make a series out of it, and in this series it just have one value. Series will have one value, that will be all yes values. So when we do the value count, so we will get only one unique value, that's yes, and which will be having a count of 227. Okay, we can actually do value counts. This value counts will give us another series. Okay, or we can actually do shape. Okay, something like this. Then yeah, let's move on. So this will give us a series. Here's the, like, we can find it out using by placing just the type thing. Now I just this is just one more recollection of it. So we have the boolean. Okay, we have this series, and this is a boolean series, so we call it UWE boolean. Okay, now we, from this boolean series, we need to have the we need to have this another series which is of the value counts. It will give us the false value counts and the true value counts. Okay, so panda series is like a column in a table. It is a one-dimensional array holding data of any type. Here I told you. So here we have two values, 366 and 227 of int64 data type, having indexes false and true. But remember, like, false and true are the reserved keywords in like Python. So this will give us will create us error. So if we do like partition and if we call the index, then that should give us like the value, but it won't give us because true is a reserved keyword. Okay, but you can get it by just telling you what index. Like, we know for this we need to know where. So we need to know that true is at index position 1 and false is at index position 0. So we need to get the value at index position 1. Okay, similarly you can actually, instead of making working with series, you can have the data frame of the partition. You can get this data frame, and similarly if you try to do it with true, no, it will give us an error because true is a reserved keyword. So you can have so we tried various ways. Like, we can have partition or index, so it will tell us, okay, false and true are the index and they are of data type object. Okay, but like and similarly for the data frame too. Okay, now we try to reindex it. Okay, so that's the one mistake people can do. They can try to reindex it. So what happens here is, like, in reindexing, what happens is, like, basically I put index, false index and true index. So it will go through the partition array and we'll see, does it have an index named as false index. If it has, then it will have the value updated as that. If doesn't have, then it will have the value as none. Similarly, we will look at for true index. Okay, so I think I will like to do one more thing to get this cleared. I want to make it like, I want let's suppose I want like I want a dummy index 1, and then I have this let's suppose, okay, I think true won't work. Maybe that's why. I can actually provide any number of indexes when I say dummy index 2. Basically it just tells you, like, if you have a re. So true is also none. I think because true is a reserved keyword, it creates problems. But you can do it like this. So yeah. You can actually run this again. Okay, so I also tried doing this and mainly renaming false as false index and true as true index. It doesn't give me anything, and reindex just rename doesn't give me, reindex doesn't give me anything. So but yeah, you can get at the first index, you can get at the first index. So one thing was like changing the label names using partition or index, and you can change the label names. Okay, now partition has been changed and we can get the partition to index will give us the 227 value. Okay, now I will tell you like reindex. Okay, I will show you the reindex here. Partition dot, if I want to reindex it, and let's suppose I I want to reindex it like this. Like I want to have the false index as it is. I want to have true index as it is. And I want to have like dummy 1, and then I want to have dummy 2. Okay, so if I sorry, partition spelling is wrong. Partition oh sorry, this is the method. So yeah, I was just showing that it will look for the false index. Okay, it's here, it's 336. It's if you want to change the position, you can change it. Instead of like false index putting here, you can just write dummy 0, let's suppose, and instead of here, let's suppose just write false index. Okay, so it will go through there. So dummy 0 will be none, but false index will be a 336 false value. So basically, which is already like these are just re-indexing. We are not changing the name of index. Okay, but in renaming we changed the name of the index. Okay, that was not working, but here it should work. Okay, because of course, so if I want to change the name of, like, let's suppose put it in, firstly let's suppose put it in the series called, let's suppose S is a series, you need to put it here. Okay, and we just print the S. Now I want to rename basically S. I want to rename my let's suppose dummy 0 to, I want to rename it to D0, and similarly for like dummy 1, need to rename it to D1. Okay, let's suppose this. So I will just okay, I'm again forgot these parentheses and just print S. If you look at this, okay, nothing happened. I don't know. Okay, so I need to put this inside S is equals to, and then I will print S, so this will give me this. Yeah, so basically dummy 0 is renamed as D0 and all. Okay, maybe, but like this wasn't working. Let's call it K this to this, and then print K. Line 2. I don't know what's wrong with this one. It may, okay, sorry. It's okay, it worked. But why wasn't it working when you just printed partition.rename? Oh, partition is already renamed. I'm sorry. Let's let's do this like, okay, so we let me have partitional copy is equals to partition, and let me have this original. Let me try this in partition original copy. No, it doesn't work on that. I don't know why. but it has, I think, definitely do with this false and true being the reserved keywords thing. But yeah, this works like this. Yeah. So what you need to replace and with what? Okay. Now we have this df dot shape. Okay, and we can actually get the series this using pandas dot series, and we can have this series. And yeah, we got this. Now in this series we can just do the value. We on this series we need to perform the value counts, and this will give us basically the value counts will give us like yeah, false is equals to like this many 336 or whatever, and then 366, and true is equals to 227. We know that at first index we get true, so we got this. Or another way is like you got this data frame, okay, and you got this shape. This is whole data frame. Okay, these are not working with series but data frame. Now from this basically, so number of courses we can get basically the original data frame dot shape, and we know that 0 comma 1 will basically give you the rows into columns. You need to get the number of rows, and similarly number of UWEs will basically be gotten from this data frame's shape's 0th element. So shape is a tuple, and from this you taking the element at 0th index, and now you are printing a formatted string with basically says these many UWEs, number of UWE out of number of courses are offered as UWE. So yeah, we'll get this value. Now we have this so we need to make department. Now the next question is we need to have department wise all UWE courses. So basically I wanted basically my UWE course basically actually instead of department wise all UWE courses, that will basically do me a multi-index array. I just actually what I solved in the end was like how many UWE courses are offered by each department. Okay, now we have this UW courses. Now I have this data frame, and I got this head of the data frame. And now what I did was like I from this data frame I took the course code column, and I got a series, and I print the starting two elements of the series. Now these are the indexes. Okay, and now I'm just confirming, yeah, it's a series. Okay, now we actually I'm doing a for loop on this. Now for item in your basically this series iter items, I can get every item, and you can see that item is basically the index. Basically an item is a tuple with first value as index and second value as the value of this whatever it's in the course code. Okay, so I got all these values, so you can move down. Now basically to get the length of the string we just apply this length function. Now I want to confirm that we need the first three characters of the course code. I just want to confirm that yeah the length is basically this 3 4 5 6. Yeah, so length is initially 0. Now for items in UW course is iter item, so if the length is less than basically the length of item 1, basically the second value in the tuple. So basically whenever length is less than this new course code data values length, then update the length and print that. So initially it was 0, then basically there was only this one case when the length needs to be updated, so that's why like we just need the first three things. Now I made an empty list named as course majors, and for every course code, like for course code or for item, so for course code in UW courses course code dot iter items, I want to have the course majors append a new value, which is basically the my course code which will give me a tuple. I want the first indexed value or second value of the tuple, and I want starting three characters of that. So that will give me basically 0, 1, 2 indexed values. So yeah, I will get this string with first three values, and I just print this list course measures. Now moving down, I have this. I want to make a new column, like I want to have a new column in the UW courses known as course major. I want to assign it course majors list I made just now. But it got me a problem because this was very smart of Python. I don't know how it did, but yeah, it somehow got this that okay, you need course this like a value is trying to be set on a copy of a slice from a data frame. So this somehow get to know. I think that my this course measures is actually a slice of a column in UWA courses. Actually, I want to confirm one thing. UWA. So when I did like this, now I went to CUWA courses. I just want to see like okay okay, so yeah, it did update a value here. You can I hope you can not I okay, you can't see it, so so yeah, you can see there is this one column of course measures being added, and yeah, and basically yeah, this is added, but Python very smartly told me that basically a value is trying to be set on a copy of a slice from a data frame. Try using .log and everything. So it suggested me like instead of doing this slicing and making a new column, you can just maybe somehow do some other computations. We might look at it in another video. So yeah, but we got this course major column, and but if basically goal was to get the number of number of courses offered by each major, so we have another way. This is just like storing the course majors, making a data frame out of this course majors list and then storing it. So I was just trying like if this wasn't going to work, then I was just trying to do like I was just trying to concatenate the two data frames, this newly created one and the previous one. But yeah, it worked. Okay, and lastly we have this basically so we have this UWE course majors, which is basically this data frame, and I did a value counts on this. So it got me like every major and number of UWEs offered by them. So electrical department offers 336, electrical and communication offers 18, and computer science department offers 9 UWA courses. So yeah, it's just like this, and with that I would like to let's just try one more thing of this UWE courses. I want to group by firstly yeah, and so I was talking about this UWE course majors value counts. You can get all these, and from this like UW course major wise groups you can make, and then from this UWE courses on this which has another major course major, so you can actually group them by course major. You print this, so you will get basically a data frame grouped by object. Okay, so and this data frame group by object, when you get this basically objects, basically you can apply the dot first method on this object, so it will go through the data frame and it will tell you that what all from all the groups it will give you the first element of it. Okay, so yeah, let's suppose like you have this CSD, so first UWE course offered by computer science major students is data structures. You want to look at all the courses offered by CSD groups. So I just found this like website, so you can basically get group method. Okay, so I want to have like I have this course major wise groups. Okay, so I have this course major wise groups that basically data frame group by object, and I want this like on this I want to get the get group method, called the get group method. And in this I want to have like, suppose CSD, all the UWE courses offered by CSD department, so I get these data structures and introduction to computing and programming, and operating systems, computer networks, and then software engineering. These are all the UWE courses offered by us. Okay, offered by CSD department. Now, yeah, and course majors at the end of it. Okay, so this is the group. Thank you.